Donut with Embroidery.com. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to tea stain your fabric. I just got these two new patterns, Arthur and Guinevere, that I want to do. And if you look at the back of the fabric on the patterns, you can see that it's tea stained. As I was going through my stash, seeing what fabric I had, I found I had a yard of this beautiful Cream Cashel Linen. And then I also had some of this, what is this, Lambswool Jobelan. But of course I want this tea stain look. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take you along with my journey. So I have cut my pieces to the size I need. I'll cut my lamb's wool as well. I have a toothbrush, I have a glass bowl, I have a cookie sheet, and I'm going to use coffee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that coffee in, and I'll probably need to brew some more. So I'm going to take one of my pieces. Now I could have done the whole piece, but I want to get really cool effects. So that's why I cut it up. So now when you do this, the linen and the Jobelan are going to be so different. They're going to tea stain so different because they're different fabrics. So that's why I wanted to do both so you could see it. So I am going to just crinkle up my linen, one of the pieces anyway. I'm going to place it in the coffee here and just let it soak in. And I'm going to let that soak for a while. So I will probably get another glass dish, brew some more coffee so I can do all of them at the same time. Next, I went through and I got the coffee grains out, and I ground the coffee grounds into my fabric. I would smear it with the coffee grounds and the toothbrush, rubbing it in really, really well into the fabric. I'm going for that marble, burnt, old-fashioned look. So I want lots of high and low color changes. One of my favorite things about tea staining, or coffee staining in this case, is that everything is kind of a happy accident. Just keep going until you get the stain or the dye that you like. Next is baking your fabric. Of course, I let my fabric sit in the coffee and ground mixture for a couple of hours. Then, with it soaking wet, I placed it on the cookie sheet. You can see here that I'm trying to position it so I have pieces of the fabric that are higher and lower, so they'll get different heat levels. And some of them might even get burnt. I scrunched it all up, and then I baked it at 250 for about 20 minutes. Then I took it out and I flipped it and I did it again. Then I kind of rinsed and repeated. I got the fabric out, and if it wasn't as dark or as marbled as I like, I rinsed it out, soaked it back in the coffee mixture, and then baked it again till I got the results I liked. I did this process about 4 different times until I was happy with my finished product. So when I was doing the last time, when I was baking it for the last time, I knew it was going to be the last time. So I just left it in the oven. I let it cool down in the oven. I actually was doing this on a Friday, and I basically left it in my oven until Monday, and then I pulled it out and rinsed it. Well, I still got some coffee grounds on it, but that's okay. I just want to see how it turned out. Oh my gosh, you guys! Look at it! Oh, that's amazing! Look at all of that. Oh my gosh, I love it. Do you not just love how it turned out? Oh my gosh. Okay, this one's not as fabulous. So I'm going to redo this one because it's not, this is what I want. This is exactly what I want. So I'm going to redo this one. Okay, so it's been a couple days, so let me show you the results we have. These turned out so good. So this is the Jobelan. Look at that. Look at those highs and lows. You can see the really dark pieces. And I'm thrilled with how this turned out. I have never done this technique before, putting it in the oven. Oh, and it just worked so well. So here are the pieces that are good that I'm going to use for my, who is this? Guinevere and King Arthur. And I could not be happier with them. So again, this is 28 count Cashel Linen. This is the one piece. Look at that. I love the little burnt pieces around. Oh, it just looks so good. And here's the second piece. This is my favorite, of course. So I just love it. So now I am going to iron them before I start working on them because I want a nice smooth surface to stitch on. So I am going to iron them, and then I'll put my tape on, put them on my scroll frame, and I'll get to stitching. Again, I am going to change his hair to black and her hair to red. So I can make a video on that because I love changing stuff. So that'll be fun. I can do that on them. And that's it. That's it for tea staining. I am so pleased with how these turned out. It could not have been better. So head over to my needlework blog on Embroidery.com. I will have close-up pictures along with step-by-step instructions and all of my tips on how to do this with your own fabric. Make sure you turn your notification on, as that's how you'll know a new video is up. And as always, I love to hear your comments and suggestions, so leave those for me below. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Happy stitching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!